these two are up front. Stanley Lee.
Are you on? Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Carroll Field, the home of John Carroll High School. We're proud to be bringing you the final game of the Homewood Patriot football season from a field, and this is the last game that will ever be played on Carroll Field. The final night for the John Carroll Cavaliers, more importantly to us, final night of a so far undefeated regular season for the Homewood Patriots, and we hope to keep it that way. Good evening, everybody. I'm Barry Copeland, along with Fred Morris. My pleasure to be bringing you the rebroadcast of the Homewood Patriot John Carroll Cavalier game. Fred, it promises to be not only a good game tonight, but a little cool as well.
We've done away with the intermittent 65-degree temperatures we're used to in this part of Alabama. Went straight from summer to winter. It's cold tonight. The wind chill factor should be around 15 to 20 degrees. Homewood, though, should light up the scoreboard, and hopefully Coach Gann is confident finish an undefeated regular season tonight against the Carroll Cavaliers.
Well, about 20 to 25 degrees at game time is the temperature, with a brisk wind coming out of the end zone to our left. Homewood will receive, won the toss and elected to receive. It's a cold night for broadcasters, but the guys are warmed up and they're ready to go. And I think we totaled up some statistics just before the game, and Robert Davis comes into this game, if you include total yardage, very, very close to 2,000 yards on the night, I believe. 1,973 total yards as you watch the kickoff to start this, the 10th game of the regular season. Comes down to Elvin Skipper. Skipper out across the 30 to about the 32, 34, still fighting 35-yard line. The tackle by Zach Tankersley of John Carroll. We'll try to set down and distance for you from our vantage position on the home side of the field. We'll also try to set tackles for you. You, by this time in the season, the Homewood faithful, know who most of the players are on our side of the field. We'll try to identify those as well.
Well, like most defensive coordinators and head coaches in 9 other games this season, the key to John Carroll's hopes tonight rest with stopping Robert Davis from gaining 100 yards. That's the key to this game for the Cavaliers.
Well, the first play from scrimmage, Wes Steed is the quarterback, drops back to throw. Long pass to Elvin Skipper. Just off the tips of his fingers and incomplete. The Carroll defender, Tankersley, was defending, and also another Carroll defender out there who thought they had it. Coach Bob Newton told me before the game tonight, hey, we're going to try just about we got all our cooking in the pot, I believe was the way he put it. And what that means is we've seen through this season, Fred, just about everything the Homewood offense has to offer, and they're going to use what works tonight.
That's right. They want to get geared up for the first round of the playoffs next, or coming up Friday night at Waldrop Stadium. They want to practice just about everything in their arsenal tonight.
2nd and 10. Here's the give to Davis. Straight up the middle off the left tackle. Davis still on his feet. One man to beat. No man to beat. Roberts looking back. He'll go all the way into the end zone, put 6 on the scoreboard for Homewood.
And of course,
no instant replay tonight, Fred, but that's one that in your minds, you can see the instant replay right now. He's done that so many times this year.
So many times before, blocking on the left side of the line. Steve Carpenter, Jason Zarger at center, Eric Riebel at guard, doing the blocking like they've done it all season long. Robert Davis going the distance on the second play from scrimmage. And again, if Homewood wants to test their arsenal before they get into the state playoffs, that is the biggest part of the arsenal, Robert Davis.
Here's the extra point attempt. Rebels to snap. Greer holds it, and Steed to kick it up. Looks like it's shanked to the right. No good. The point after attempt, no good. Following the 66-yard touchdown run by Robert Davis, Davis just broke off left tackle, as he has so many times this year. Good blocking on the left side of that Homewood offensive line. Yeah. And he was off to the races. There was no one in the Carroll secondary.
No, none at all. The key to John Carroll was stopping Robert Davis and playing off the blocks of the interior line, winning, or at least drawing even with the interior linemen. The battle of the line of scrimmage is a key. Right now, John Carroll losing it. Robert Davis, again, behind the blocking of Jason Zarger, Eric Rebels, Eric Moulton at fullback, doing what he does best, reading the blocks and using the speed to sprint past the line of scrimmage for a touchdown.
Steed to kick has got the football set on the tee. John Carroll deep. We'll try to get the numbers for you. It's a long way from our vantage point on the 20, but it looks like Tankersley deep on this near side. And Franklin in the center. The long kick. I believe it came down to number 22 for John Carroll. Met head on by Derek Anthony. Anthony, the 5'9", 144-pound defensive back. He took it in at the 12-yard line and returned it to the 30. So John Carroll in business from its own 30-yard line now.
John Carroll comes out in a wishbone type set. They've been successful this year so far, winning 3 of the last 4 games with this offense.
First play from scrimmage, a pass, incomplete. The intended receiver was Trey Ferguson. Defended on the play by Adamson. Alexander Adamson wears number 24 for the Patriots.
John Carroll taking a page out of the Homewood book, coming out with a pass play, a screen of sorts to the wide receiver. The pass off the mark, second down for John Carroll.
Andy Shue over center. 2nd and 10 now. Looks like mixed signals in the middle. Hard to see, but Elvin Skipper, I know, on the stop against Daniel Nix. Nix looks like the tailback for John Carroll. Tried it right up the middle. Met head on by Elvin Skipper and others in the center of the Homewood defensive front. A gain of 8 that time, out to the 38-yard line. And we now have a new quarterback in the game. This is Andy Shue. Shue is number 16 for Carroll. He's going to give to the third man through. They run the wishbone. Looks like it's good for a first down as Derek Anthony just falls forward to about the 42-yard line.
The key to that play was the play before at that time, Barry. Daniel Nix from the fullback position taking the inside option play from the quarterback, and John Carroll going with no huddle.
Shue the quarterback. First down from John Carroll's 42-yard line. Gives to the wing. That's Derek Anthony, number 28. But met head on by Lee Thompson and a host of others. I see a number 51 in the game tonight. I didn't realize Dusty's playing tonight.
Dusty Smith in for the first action since he was injured 2 games ago, I believe, against Fairfield.
He must have really been doing his physical therapy right up to the mark, because they had not intended to play Dusty, I know, until the first round of the playoffs. All right, down and distance for you. It's 2nd and long 9. Andy Shue is the quarterback. Here's the give to the first man through. No, Shue keeps, fights his way out across the 45. Close to midfield, maybe the 48-yard line, after he's stopped by Jonathan Hamaker. See the ball there on the 48-yard line as John Carroll moves offensively now, bringing up 3rd and a long 4. The Patriot defense getting their first look at John Carroll. A gain of 5 now takes it out to the 47-yard line.
John Carroll utilizing some motion in the backfield, using one of the halfbacks in motion to stretch that Homewood defense, and then Andy Shue using the opening to keep the ball on the quarterback keeper option and pick up some yardage.
I believe, Fred, this is the first wishbone that we've seen this year. Here the pitch to number 3, Franklin, Charles Franklin. Charles may have wished he had not been the receiver of that. Stopped short of the 50-yard line by, among others, Henry Walburn. Walburn playing out on the right side of the Homewood defensive front. Also Shane Davis in on the tackle. Only a gain of 1. That takes it to the 48-yard line and brings up 4th down. Deep for Homewood. Brian Greer to the near side. Robert Davis to the far side. Trey Ferguson to kick. Is that Ferguson? High pass from center. No, it's not Ferguson, and it's a fake punt. How about that? Back in punt formation was number 71, Kevin Tatarak, and he intended to throw to Ferguson. But it was incomplete, and so the ball goes over on downs, and Homewood now with excellent field position, Fred, at the midfield stripe.
Really poor execution of the fake punt by John Carroll that time. A high snap from center perhaps set the stage. A little acting on behalf of the punter, perhaps it would have been more effective. Fortunately for Homewood, Elvin Skipper was there to knock it down.
Quick set from Homewood. Here's Robert Davis. Wants left in. Moves around left in. Across the 45, 40, 35, 30. You can count him down. One man to beat. Robert steps right, and he'll take it in. What a move. What a move. Fred, I think we're going to try an instant replay here. I'm not sure if we've got it, but we'll try an instant replay.
That would be a good play to try it on. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. Looks as though it may be
Flags
coming
are
back
on the
Barry.
play. Looks like we're going to bring it back. We're not able to see the instant replay, Fred, but I'm told it's there. So it's a moot point. They're going to bring this one back.
Unfortunately, it was well designed and well executed, except for the holding penalty. The blocking at the point of attack, Eric Moulton again. And again, the left side of that offensive line just putting John Carroll Cavaliers on the ground, and Robert Davis having to do nothing but run the ball.
The penalty puts the ball now right at midfield. We'll try and get down a distance for you, but I believe it's going to be 1st and 12. 1st and 12, is that it? 1st and 12 now from the 50. So here's Steed looking at 1st and 12. Long count. First man through is Eric Moulton. Moulton, the big sophomore, running out hard across left tackle. He had one of the best runs by a high school fullback I've seen in last week's game, you recall.
That's right. And one of the longest runs in terms of time. It took about 10 seconds to complete the run. Broke 4 or 5 tackles. Kevin
Tatarak on the stop for John Carroll. Tatarak wears the number 71. He was the man in punt formation on the fake punt for John Carroll just a few minutes ago. After the gain of about 4, a long 4, here's Steed looking at 2nd and 7 now. The pitch back is to Davis. Wants right in the grasp of Daniel Nix. And brought down as he crosses midfield. As he crosses actually the 45 of John Carroll. Maybe a gain of 1, 2. Call the line of scrimmage now, the 43-yard line. Brings up 3rd and about 5. Robert the workhorse so far tonight. If you've just joined us with 6:27 remaining in the first quarter, Homewood has a 6-0 lead over John Carroll. Here's Steve to give to Davis. Wants left tackle, tries left end. Down across the 40, close to the 35. We'll see whether we get first down yardage or not as he's brought down by Daniel Nix. First down, Homewood. There you see the signal.
And Homewood seems content right now to run Robert Davis and Eric Moulton just enough to keep the Carroll defense honest. No blitzing coming from the Cavaliers right now. What we haven't seen so far is Wes Steed on the option play.
One thing that you'll notice, Fred, or that one of our spotters, Larry Wygan, noticed is that the referees are doing a real quick set on the ball tonight. We might see some delay of game. Our guy's not used to getting to the line that quick. Here goes Andrew Jeske in motion to the far side of the field. The fake, the pass is out to Greer. Bryant gets around one man, dances forward, the ball's loose. Looks like Carroll fell on it. We'll try the instant replay again, and if we don't see it, you folks just bear with us. Here's the instant replay. There's the pass to Greer out right at the 40-yard line, and the ball just stripped out right there on the hard hit at the 35. Back to live action now. If you're just joining us, about 5:20 now remaining in the first period of play, and Homewood with a narrow 6-0 lead over John Carroll. Carroll on the first play from scrimmage, and it's no going, says Mr. Lee Thompson and also Jonathan Hammaker. Those two guys have combined to do a lot of hitting this year.
Lee Thompson and Hammaker just put a stop to what is actually a power play and less of an option. Carroll setting up in the wishbone, but using a motion man, trying to get the Homewood defense to spread out, and they're just not doing it. And they're going with a no-huddle offense once again.
Once again with no huddle, Andy Shue wants to give, keeps around his right end. Tackled hard that time by Shane Davis. Also Brian, is that Brian Greer I see getting up back there? Greer in on the play. Thompson in on the play. Homewood defense now really picking up on the John Carroll wishbone after their first offensive set.
Winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. If Carroll hopes to have any success with the wishbone, they have to use their quickness and speed. You can't muscle this Homewood defense out of the way. They had some success early in the game by the quick handoff option and using Jason Shue.
Okay, here now then, third down.
Around the end quickly.
3rd and about 12. Here's the pitch back, a quick kick from Brooks Barron, number 12, and it takes a big John Carroll bounce, finally going out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. Let's see if we can take a look at that again, Fred. That's something else we haven't seen a lot of this year. Here's the instant replay.
A 3rd down quick kick.
Shue over center. He pitches back, a 3rd down quick kick. A 49-yard kick puts John Carroll defensively in good position. Homewood dug down deep. This is one of the deepest points we've started from so far this year.
And actually not a bad play if you're the Cavalier coach. You know how dangerous Homewood is on punt returns with Davis and Greer back deep. So if you want to pin them deep in their territory, an excellent way to do it.
Here's West Steed, 1st and 10. Give is to Davis. Met head-on at the line of scrimmage by number 71 for John Carroll, Kevin Tatarak. Tatarak weighs 230. Did I read it right? No, Tatarak weighs 188. But, man, he anchors the right side of that Carroll defense.
He hit like a 200-pounder on that play. The Carroll defense that time slanting to their right side. Tatarak catching Robert Davis, squaring the numbers for a loss of about 2 for the Patriots.
Folks, we apologize for the telephone poles. That's just the way the field was built. And, again, this is a historic game because it's the last game John Carroll will play. Steed calls out, reads the defense. Looking at 2nd and 11, giving to the first man through Moulton. Moulton struggles out maybe to the 20 before Dale Sullivan brings him down. Call it a gain of 3 out to the 20. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 7, 3rd and 8 maybe.
So far, the Carroll strategy has worked. Coach Stewart wanting the quick kick and pin Homewood deep. A big 3rd down play now. If they get the 1st down, as you see a very chilled crowd here at Carroll Field.
The Homewood faithful are here, though. They brought the blankets and brought the hot coffee, and they're on the far side of the field from us tonight.
Right. As I was saying, though, if Homewood gets a 1st down, Coach Stewart's strategy will be all for nothing.
Here's Homewood now, 3rd and 8 from its own 20. Steed calls, fakes to Davis, blocking in the backfield. West wants to throw, long pass, complete. Brian Greer out at about the 35. Greer has a man to beat. They say he stepped out. 1st down yardage, though, and that's what's important. 1st down yardage for Brian Greer. Not sure, Fred, if we have that one on instant replay or not. If we do, let's go ahead and take a look at it. And you'll see Steed pumping short. Here he comes. The pass to Greer. Beautiful catch by Brian. Right there is where they say he stepped out. Because had he not stepped out, he's off to the races.
That's right. And as you saw, a John Carroll Cavalier going for the interception before Greer made the catch, going for the gamble. The Cavalier losing on that one.
A 22-yard reception puts Homewood in better field position. Steed keeps around right in. That's the option that has been so effective for us in the latter stages of this season, where West reads the defense, and if the corner doesn't pull in, he's gone around the end.
A key, the next 2 plays would be a key right now to see how this John Carroll defense responds to having Homewood 3rd and long yardage and having them gain 22 yards and getting a 1st down. It's very, very deflating for a defense to hold and play that well on the first 2 plays and then just lose it all on the 3rd play.
Steed after the gain of 8. Now the ball resting at the 50-yard line. West wants to pass again. Looks pressured. He'll run right up the middle. One thing, Fred, we're getting a feel for is the sense of excitement on the John Carroll bench. The guys are really into the game, and I talked to Coach Newton before the game tonight, and I said, "What do you know about John Carroll?" He said, "One thing that's important: they've got absolutely nothing to lose tonight."
Nothing to lose at all, and they field quite a few seniors on this John Carroll team from 1991. Coach Stewart arrived here, did not have much talent, did not have very many bodies. And these guys have played, a lot of them have played since they were sophomores and freshmen, and now a lot of them are seniors playing in their last game for John Carroll.
3rd and about 3. Here's Davis. Davis at left end. He moves around. Big block by Andrzejewski. Robert's got a man to beat. He's got a man to beat, and he does. I see a flag on the far sideline. We'll have to see if the second run by Davis of the night has been nullified. Here's the instant replay.
Again, there's the blocking again by Eric Moulton to spring him on the outside. Michael Andrzejewski making the key block on the cornerback to spring him for an apparent touchdown. Of course, it looks as though it may be a penalty. It may be after the play, though.
Personal foul apparently is going to be the call somewhere on this sideline, the near sideline, the John Carroll sideline. Personal foul. There you see the call. Declined by Homewood, obviously, so the touchdown stands. And let me see, was that a 51-yard touchdown run for Mr. Davis? So his total yardage now well in excess of 2,000 yards for the night, for the season.
For the season.
For the season. Keep me straight, guys. It's only about 20 degrees out here.
Another interesting aspect to this, the Homewood offense so far has scored 366 points this season to just 83 for their opponents. So this is an offensive machine moving through their regular season schedule, well on the way to being undefeated. Interesting statistic here. As you watch the extra point attempt, or what you can see of it, we'll obviously go for 2.
Here the give to Steed Keating, the pitch to Davis, and it goes out of bounds. Just couldn't quite get a handle on it. So 1:01 remaining in the first quarter. Time is out on the field, and Homewood now with a 12-0 lead over John Carroll here at Carroll Field, a brisk Carroll Field. What I was going to say, Fred, is Davis on the night has a 51-yard touchdown run, a 66-yard touchdown run, and a 48-yard touchdown run that was called back. He's really marking up the yardage tonight.
Really can't be surprised by his performance, the speed that Robert Davis possesses. Also, the offensive line blocking and the efficiency that this offense is performing at right now. Not necessarily the offensive line, but the backfield also. Wes Steed and the threat that he is. Also a threat in the making, Eric Moulton. All those guys combined to make Robert Davis that much better.
Absolutely. Well, as Wes Steed tees it up, Derek Anthony, number 28, is deep in the center for John Carroll, flanked on one side by Zach Tankersley, and on the other side by Charles Franklin. Franklin on the far side, Tankersley on the near side. Here's the Steed kick. Wobbly kick that's going to come down to Tankersley just shy of his 10-yard line. Tankersley cuts right up through the middle. Finally brought down by Brian Greer and Michael Andrzejewski. Andrzejewski, I believe, hit him first. Brian finished him off, but a good return by Tankersley, Zach Tankersley, for John Carroll, and puts them in good field position.
Excellent position for John Carroll. Tankersley, an outstanding return. And what the Carroll offense has to do now is do something quick. They can't stand around and run these slow developing plays because the Patriots will just knock them backwards.
Here's the first play from scrimmage. Shue gives right up the middle. Fumble. Looks like Homewood. Homewood has it with 27 seconds now. It was Dusty Smith. Here's the replay, Fred. That fell just bounced up right on Dusty's numbers.
Number 34, that's Daniel Nix going through the line on the fullback play, and someone just reached in and ripped the ball away as he was going through the line of scrimmage. Dusty Smith in the right place at the right time.
Absolutely. Glad to see Dusty playing tonight, but the clock has now started again as Homewood comes up. 10, 11, 10, 9 seconds remaining in the quarter. May not get this one off before the quarter ends. If we do, we'll take a quick break and we'll bring it right back to you to play the second quarter. Quarter is over now. So, as we change the quarters, we'll tell you that the score here at Carroll Field is Homewood 12 and John Carroll nothing. We'll be back after this from one of our sponsors and remind you you're watching Homewood Patriot football.
South Trust Bank is pleased to support Homewood High School athletics and wishes the Patriot football team a winning season. Whether it's community service or quality service at one of our convenient offices, South Trust Bank is working harder for you.
Back to live action at the change of the quarters here. John Carroll and Carroll Field. This is the last game ever to be played on this high school football field. As most folks know, John Carroll moving over into the Homewood territory. Wildwood.
Moving to Wildwood.
Just about, yeah. As Larry Wygan points out, less than a quarter of a mile away from Waldrop Stadium. They'll be in our backyards next year. So far, a good offensive performance for Homewood. They did mount one drive. And, well, we'll get you first quarter stats in just a second. Here's the first play from scrimmage in second quarter. Wes Steed wants to pass. Pressured. Throws incomplete. Wisely throws. It's incomplete at about the 38-yard line. Pressure on West that time from Daniel Nix. Nix, a linebacker who just burned through that side, and as West rolled out, his receivers were covered. There was not much he could do about it. Let me give you some quick first quarter stats. Homewood rushed the ball 10 times, 149 yards. Davis 6 times for 134 of those 149. Is that right? 134 of the 149 then is Robert. They passed the ball 3 times, completed 2 for 25. So total yardage for the Patriots, 174 in the first quarter. Here's Steed to give this to Davis. Davis just working his way through that line, trying left end, down across the 30-yard line. Robert pushing people out of his way before Zach Tankersley finally brings him down.
Just outstanding line surge that time by the center of the Homewood line. Robert Davis clearing the line of scrimmage and just pushing his lineman downfield. an opening to his left, and he just zipped to his left trying to get around the corner.
His feet are so fast. They really, really are.
And he's getting to where he's going sideways about as fast as he's going forwards now. He's using the moves that he didn't use last year, playing with a lot of confidence.
We note Jason Jones in the game now. Jason at a wide receiver position, split end position. But Davis with the ball that time, met head on by number 45 for John Carroll. Stan, it looks like Hooner. Met him head on.
You know, this Carroll defense will hit you, and this is the team that's won 3 out of their last 4 games, so they've had a taste of success and what comes with it and what it takes to win games. They should have won the fourth game against Midfield, but a botched kick late in the game cost them that victory over Midfield.
John Carroll with absolutely nothing to lose tonight, as we pointed out before. Eric Moulton, hard, strong running. He crosses the plane of the 20-yard line down to about the 18, and a first down again for the Patriots. Jason Salmon on the stop. Or Salmon, however. Gain of 9 takes it down to the 18, and a first down for the Patriots as they threaten here early in the second quarter. 12-0. Homewood up over John Carroll. If you're just joining us, 10:20 remaining in the half. Steed wants to pass, rolls left, passes complete. Oh, dropped into the hands of Zan Adamson and right back out again. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 with, again, the ball at the 18-yard line.
You know, to give credit to Zan Adamson that time, I don't think there's been a handful of times all season long that they've run that play to him, and he hasn't made the catch and actually scored touchdowns on it.
Backs in the eye. The gives to Davis. Right tackle he wants. 10. Tripped up. Who was it? Grabbed his foot. 85, 65. Jason Mitchell. Jason Mitchell grabbed an ankle, but not before Robert moves it down to about the 6-yard line and another Homewood first down. Quick set by the referee. Absolutely. Good point by Larry Wygand earlier. These refs are interested in getting this game on. There's hot coffee waiting at the halftime. And the refs may not be the only one. I think the rest of the crew is interested in getting this game on. With the exception of the guys in the truck who are warm. Snug as a bug in the truck tonight. Here's first down. Steed from about the 6-yard line gives to Moulton. Moulton takes it down inside the 5, maybe to the 3. The stop by, I think it's Hooner, guys. I don't know.
That's Hooner.
H-U-N-E-R. It's either Hunter or Hooner. Stan is a good way. That's right. Stan. There you go. Second down now and goal. The ball at the 3, inside the 3 actually. Actually a good drive by the Patriots. They've mounted a good solid offensive drive, consuming a great deal of time off the clock. Here's Steed. He pitches back to Davis. Cutting inside. Touchdown. Touchdown, Robert. What a dance. Woo!
My good, excellent move. Fake to the outside, cut inside. The hole is there. Robert Davis scores Homewood's 19th point.
8:50 is the time that shows remaining in the half, and Homewood now up by 18-0 over John Carroll. And that's an interesting score because we've had one missed extra point, and then the second point after attempt was a running attempt, and that was also no good. We'll go for 2 again. Let's see if we can see it between the telephone pole. Here comes Greer in motion. Steed rolls out, looks, wants to throw. That's the pass to Adamson, and in and out. Oh, that's a shame. All right, we'll stop for a break right here. Let you hear from one of our sponsors. We'll remind you, too, you're watching Homewood Patriot football.
It's Piggly Wiggly food stores for quality foods, friendly service, and fair prices. You'll find a wide selection of the freshest seasonal produce brought in daily, and the finest heavy Western USDA choice beef, and of course, plump fresh-cut chickens never frozen. And Piggly Wiggly serves hot, fresh deli foods of the finest quality served up daily, the next best thing to home cooking. And Piggly Wiggly food stores are proud of our friendly people serving your needs in Mountain Brook, Homewood. It's Piggly Wiggly, the finest food stores around.
Back to live action at Carroll Field. There, the story of the first half so far, 18-0 Homewood over John Carroll. And Fred, that follows an 8-play, 41-yard sustained drive that took a little more than 3.5 minutes off the clock.
The Homewood offense right now hitting on all cylinders.
West Steed's kickoff goes into the end zone, rolls back out near the goal post, and that'll be a touchback. Yeah, let's take a look, if we can, at the touchdown one more time.
Watch the move of Robert Davis as he heads to the outside. There it is. You can't teach that kind of move to a running back, a natural, gifted running back.
Absolutely.
Coming into his own right now and really starting to excel when you just need him most, right before and right in the playoffs.
Zach Tankersley, number 1 for John Carroll, turned around. Where was he? He was here just a minute ago. All right, Homewood's defense now digging in. Carroll sends in a man in motion to the far side. Shue is the quarterback. The give is to 34. The first man through is Daniel Nix. Nix just really jumps across the line of scrimmage, but unfortunately into the arms of Lee Thompson. Going without a huddle again on second down. This is something we've seen typically tonight. Second and about 7 now is the down and distance for John Carroll with a long count. Shue hit right as he hands off, but he hands off to Nix. He gets the handoff out successfully, but somebody was in his backfield.
Jonathan Hamaker, one of the interior linemen, hit him just as he was handing off to Nix. And what makes that play so successful at this point for John Carroll, it's so quick opening. The Homewood players are flying everywhere, and Nix is able to split the gap and be to the linebacker's position before they can come in.
Dusty Smith, you see there, who wears 51, recovering very quickly from a deep ankle bruise and sprain. And Dusty was in the backfield that time almost as quickly as the snap was. Here's Shue, the quarterback. The keeper around left tackle. He'll just jump up and over. Stopped there by Greer, among others. But it's good for the first down.
So it's short.
Oh, it is fourth down. It's fourth and very, very short. And John Carroll calls timeout. They want to talk about this one. It is, I'm not sure how close it is, but it's probably less than a yard.
Less than a yard. It looked as though he had it before the referee spotted the ball.
We're going to take a quick break while there's timeout on the field. We'll remind you that it's 7 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first half of play, and Homewood has an 18-0 lead over John Carroll's Cavaliers. We'll be back after this from one of our sponsors. You're watching Homewood Patriot Football.
There's some important things I want to teach my son. Like common courtesy, saying thank you. And if Keith sees me treat people with respect, hopefully he'll believe that's just the way you're supposed to be.
Here's to Lisa Dawkins, M-South banker, who believes quality banking means remembering customers' names, smiling, and saying thank you. At M-South, you'll see it. Then you'll believe it.
Back at Carroll Field, still with timeout on the field, Fred, and it appears John Carroll has talked about whether they might go for it on 4th and 1.
Coach Stewart has been one to try a trick play now and then. He quick kicked the ball on 3rd down in the first quarter, and these are his seniors, and it's their last game at Carroll Field, the last game at Carroll Field, actually. So really, he's really got nothing to lose.
All right, and it does appear that they're going for it. 4th and 1. The line of scrimmage is right at the 30-yard line. John Carroll deep in its own territory. Homewood's defense not quite sure what to expect. Movement on the Carroll line. Looks like that will bring up a 4th and 6 if the call is what we expect. It may have been that they were going to go for the to try and get Homewood to come across.
Possibly with number 71 of the Cavaliers, that's Kevin Teterick. Moved just enough to get the 5-yard penalty and make the decision for Coach Stewart. Now they're in punt formation.
Now in punt formation for John Carroll is Teterick. He's, again, number 71. John Carroll with really only 24 yards of total offense so far tonight. Teterick gets his kick away. Good kick. Comes down to Davis. Davis takes it in, evades the first 2 tacklers, but he's hit and brought down at about the 44-yard line. We saw that he was tackled by number 33, and they don't list a 33 on the Carroll program tonight, so we're not quite sure what that young man's name is.
Well, that's what it was. Kevin
Jason Mitchell is who they're saying it is. Let's see if we can find him. Homewood now with excellent field position at the Carroll 43-yard line. Here's Steed still giving the signals. Davis still on his feet running, keeping his balance. Wow. Down inside the 30-yard line, down to about the 27. The stop finally by Tankersley. Jack Tankersley, who wears number 1 for John Carroll, really getting his work handed to him tonight.
That entire John Carroll secondary right now, Robert Davis just having an excellent night. And this may be the last half of football we watch Robert Davis play in the regular season for the Patriots. Coach Gann, interesting decision at halftime. If he's up 3 or 4 touchdowns, how many of these frontline players does he play in the second half and for how long?
Here's Steed on the keeper, left end. West still on his feet, now finally brought down at about the 11-yard line following the 28-yard scamper by Robert Davis. .607. 6:05 now remaining in the second quarter. Homewood still up 18-0, and Homewood on the move. Their offense working smoothly tonight. A couple of missed passes, really the only blemish.
And 2 penalties early in the game, and since then they've ironed it out and moved down the field steadily.
Davis, left tackle, touchdown, Homewood. Robert just takes it in almost at will, just running at will. We'll look at it again.
Watch the
blocking across left tackle now. Big holes created here, big holes, boom, wide open. One grab, and he's in.
42, Jason Salmon, and with the only shot at Robert Davis on that play, and he goes in from, I believe, 18 yards out.
We'll see what kind of extra point we attempt here. And after the extra point, we'll try to get in a little commercial message, but it looks like we will go for 2. Scoreboard now reads 24-0. If the 2 points are successful, that would make it 26. 2 tight end offense here. We've seen this a couple of times. One flanker split to the left. West will pass, pressured. Oh, incomplete. Just a little underthrown. All right, 5:39 remaining in the half. Homewood 24-0 over John Carroll. We'll be back after this from one of our sponsors. You're watching Homewood Patriot football.
This is the place where winners and losers are made. What does it take to be a winner? According to one well-known football coach, it begins with a great game plan, followed by excellent practice habits, and then the players must accept the game plan. In order to become a winner in life, we must accept God's game plan. We do that by accepting Jesus Christ as our Savior and Lord. I'm Gary Fenton, pastor of Dawson Memorial Baptist Church, inviting you to become a winner in life.
Back to live action. There's the story, 24-0 with 5:39 remaining in the half. And hey, while we wait for the kickoff, congratulations to the Homewood High School girls volleyball team. They won a game tonight in Anniston, or Oxford, I guess, and we'll play tomorrow for the state championship. We're going to tell you more about it later, but put it this way: we've got a volleyball team at the high school in a state championship tomorrow. All right, here's John Carroll. Once again, they'll be deep in their own territory. The receiver was Derek Anthony, and the tackle by Eugene Sharp.
Eugene Sharp not expected to play tonight with a sore shoulder, injured in last week's game against Midfield. Eugene dressing out a lot of the Patriots tonight, playing the last regular season game against John Carroll.
The Robert Davis saga for tonight: touchdown runs of 66, 51, 3, and 12 yards. 190 yards rushing tonight on 12 carries. That's some more kind of average. We've got timeout on the field right now. The Homewood players go over to the far sideline to talk to Coach. We can tell you a couple more things about the Homewood girls volleyball team. Again, this is amazing. They've got a fantastic team. And they played in the semifinals today. I believe tomorrow they will play the winner of this evening's game between Ramsey and Hazel Green. And Bradshaw, I'm sorry, Ramsey and Bradshaw. All of this in the past tense because this replay will be on after this has taken place. But suffice it to say, 4 straight wins in tournament play, a fantastic record of something on the order of 41 wins and, what was it? 42-7 record in girls volleyball.
Outstanding.
Susan Cook, Coach Cookie, just doing a fantastic job with that team, and they'll play for the state championship. Hope they've got it by the time this is on the air. Hey, there's our spotters. Mr. Larry Wygan looking like Chinook of the North. All right, Shue on the pitch to Charles Franklin, and he's out to about the 18-yard line. The tackle by number 75, Shane Davis. Give him a gain of about 4. Out to the 18. Brings up second and about 7 now. The quarterback for John Carroll, Andy Shue. Ooh, big tackle in the backfield right at the line of scrimmage. Shane Davis, number 2. Shane getting his licks in here.
This defense is playing outstanding football right now. It looks as though they're ready for the state playoffs that begin Friday night at Waldrop Stadium.
Henry Walburn, you see there, number 2. Homewood still with its starters in. 4:27 now as the clock runs in the second period. John Carroll now faces a 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 from its own 18-yard line. Here's the reverse. Homewood not fooled. There's going to be a loss of about 2 or 3 on the play. Trey Ferguson took the handoff from Charles Franklin, but Paul Owen and Michael Coggins stayed home, and those 2 gentlemen threw the runner for a loss of about 3. That means Tatarack will go into punt formation. He'll stand on about his own goal line. The line of scrimmage is the 16. Deep for Homewood. Davis on the near side, Greer on the far side. Snap from center is away. They tried the block, and the ball is shanked way off the right side of his foot. Must have gotten a hand on it, Fred.
It looks as though someone got a piece of the ball, and it's going to be a very short kick, less than 25 yards.
I think it may have just gone off the side of his foot. Hard to tell who was rushing real hard on that far side over there. Well, suffice it to say, Homewood in excellent field position now from the John Carroll 21-yard line. First string still in the game. Adamson in motion to the near side. Steed on the give to Moulton. Moulton takes it down across the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Stopped by Jason Mitchell. .310 now remaining in the half. We'll not be able to bring you the band performance tonight, unfortunately. We had hoped to be able to do it, but we'll not be able to do it with the limited cameras that we have and the sort of awful field position that we've got here. Here's the give to Moulton. Moulton straight ahead. Nothing's going to stop him. My goodness gracious.
Outstanding run. Eric Moulton getting in on some of the scoring tonight. You saw that play using speed, where we see Moulton using mostly power. Well, look at the speed as he blasts through a huge gaping hole in the John Carroll defense, and nothing stopped him in from about 12 yards out.
Well, Wes Steed has come out onto the field with the kicking tee. I believe we're going to get back to basics and kick the point after.
One of the parts of the Homewood offense that has not worked tonight very well has been their 2-point conversions. Before that, the extra points. So if one doesn't work, try the other.
All right, Rebels to snap. Greer holds it. West puts it up and through. That one's good, ladies and gentlemen. 2:51 remaining in the first half. Homewood now with a 31-0 lead over John Carroll. We'll be back after this. You're watching Homewood Patriot football. Union State Bank, established in 1903, is proud to be a part of the Homewood community. We invite you to visit our office, conveniently located at 3026 Independence Drive, next to Piggly Wiggly in Homewood. Union State Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to providing friendly, quality banking services to our customers. A drive-through automated teller machine is available 24 hours a day at our Homewood office for your convenience. Union State also offers service charge-free checking to all high school and college students. Union State Bank, the bank you can make friends with. 31-0, 2:61 in the half as Homewood gets set to kick it off to John Carroll. Deep for the Cavaliers is, I believe it's going to be number 28, Derek Anthony. But this one will come down to the near side. Taken in on the 4-yard line by Charles Franklin. Franklin tries to cut. Big tackle at about the 17-yard line. Hope his knee is all right. It is. He hops right back up. Eugene Sharp with a big major league tackle at the 17-yard line. Clock moves now. 2:40, 2:39. Counting it down, I guess, because I want to get out a hot cup of coffee at the halftime. Maybe that's what I'm doing. He's got the ball at his own 17-yard line. He keeps, but he'll be dropped in his own backfield. Tripped up. Not sure by who. By his own player.
Daniel Nix again on the inside handoff, and Shue not able to get around his own fullback on that play. Homewood doing a very good job of stacking up the option to the inside and shutting down Daniel Nix on that fullback option.
All right, here's the Homewood defense again. The give around the left side to Franklin. Franklin at the 20, hit out of bounds by Brian Greer. Also hit on the play by Shane Davis. They'll show him as out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. So a gain of about 7 for Franklin. That brings up a 3rd down now and about 6, or a long 5. 3rd and 5 with the ball resting on the 22-yard line. Another big 3rd down for John Carroll. They got to get something going here, or they don't have much to talk about at halftime.
Ever since the 3rd down quick kick of Coach Stewart, John Carroll's been playing the entire second quarter on their end of the field.
Franklin in motion to the right. Here's Shue with the call. Fake on the give. Steps back and throws quickly over the middle. Complete. The receiver, Trey Ferguson. And Ferguson just jumped up and took it in at about the 42 or 3-yard line. So another surprise play from John Carroll.
Well, a well-conceived play, faking the inside option. John Carroll, what's the play? He fakes the inside, goes back to pass, and doesn't stand around and wait. He goes for his receiver, number 11. That's Trey Ferguson, immediately. Didn't wait for the play to develop.
A little offensive wrinkle from John Carroll. Oh, slipping down in the backfield is Derek Anthony. Anthony was trying the right end, and the field, I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but the field is extremely muddy in the center. All the way down the center of this field at John Carroll, almost like it's lost its crown out there and water collecting.
It has. These guys practice on this field all year long and play games on it. Difficult to keep it in excellent condition. Homewood really with the benefit of a practice field and a stadium where they don't have to play.
Well, time is out. I believe John Carroll has called timeout with 1:18 remaining in the half. Homewood again with a commanding 31-0 lead over the Cavaliers. You know, I don't know much about their plans for their new high school, but it is going to be in the Wildwood area down off of the extension of Lakeshore Drive in Homewood. And I would guess completion sometime next year, probably late 92 maybe.
I was driving by there just last weekend and actually saw it up on the hill, and they are well past the wall stage, walling in the school and putting the roof on, and now they have to do those fine touches, putting the insides in it and the landscaping, everything else, all the wiring. But they do have it laid out.
They'll definitely be neighbors there. I understand they're going to build a sports complex there, a football field, baseball field. Of course, Waldrop Stadium less than a quarter of a mile away. As the crow flies, maybe not even that much. 50 yards away. All right, let's see if we can set it up for you. 1:18 is the time remaining in the half. John Carroll looks at 2nd and about 12, maybe 2nd and 13 from its own 38-yard line. Here's the give on a misdirection to number 3, Charles Franklin. Franklin tries the right side of the Homewood line, and they'll call timeout. And it's Homewood who's calling timeout. I guess they see what would they see? They see an opportunity to get that ball back, yeah.
An opportunity to return a punt, which they are very good at doing, or even getting the ball back with about a minute to go, maybe just a little less, and trying their hurry-up offense.
Well, if they are successful in containing Carroll this time, that would force a punt. And again, we've got 1:10 remaining in the half. There might be time to do something.
Coach Rip Harmon might have seen something in that last punt by Tederack that he likes, and now maybe going to send someone for the block. He came very close. I believe it was Brian Greer or possibly Eugene Sharp came close to blocking that previous kick. Coach Thorson again with his short pants on.
Now, I saw him tonight. He had long red pants on. I said, where are your shorts, Coach? He said, underneath here. Now he's got them off. How about that? Love it. Here's Carroll on 3rd and long. Shoe on the misdirection give right up the middle to Daniel Nix, but he doesn't have near enough for first down yardage. Homewood will call timeout again to stop the clock with 1:02 remaining. And this does definitely bring up a punting situation with John Carroll facing 4th and maybe 5 or 6.
Interesting possibilities. If you're Coach Thorson, you have the option of a return or the punt block. But look, the real action will start when they get the ball back on offense. They could hit you with Zan Adamson, Brian Greer, Robert Davis, or even now Eric Moulton, the way that offensive line is blocking.
All right. 1:02 is the time remaining. 31-0 is the score here from Carroll Field. Interesting point made by Mike Whitten. Fred, a lot of fine football players have played on this football field.
That's right.
I believe we had Johnny Musso play out here. Later went on to fame at Alabama. Oh, he went to Banks, but he played out here. I'm sorry.
That's right. This field early in...
Now timeout for John Carroll. A little strategy, perhaps?
But you are right. A lot of the guys back in the 60s and 70s, John Carroll was much larger than it is now. And Sullivan, Musso, guys like Pat LaRock from John Carroll's state championship team of the 70s played out here, and they all went on to bigger colleges and bigger things. A lot of guys have played on this field.
Well, and Pat Sullivan played here in his years, I guess in the late 60s, late 60s?
That's
late
right.
60s.
That's right.
Heisman Trophy winner from Auburn. All right, here we go. I think we've had enough timeouts. Homewood took a timeout. John Carroll took a timeout. You know what it is, folks. 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the half. And it is 4th down and about 5. And John Carroll set to punt, but there's a new punter in the game. See if we can get his number for you. That indicates maybe something going on. Snap and the punt. He gets the punt away. The ball will come down. Robert Davis is just going to let it roll. It crosses maybe the 40-yard line down inside, just inside the 40. In fact, Fred, there is a number 87 on the John Carroll roster, and that's who punted, and his name is Pat Sullivan.
It's a tradition thing. Regardless of what his name is, they have a Pat Sullivan on the roster here at John Carroll, regardless.
Yeah, I think my leg's being pulled here. Oh, me. About 37 seconds left. The clock is running. Homewood with the ball now, set up in pretty good field position at about its 30-yard line. To give to Darian Finley. Finley with good running room. He crosses the 50-yard line and into Cavalier territory as the clock runs now with about 20 seconds remaining. Derek Anthony on the stop, finally. Now the clock stops with 20 seconds, just long enough to move the chains, I think. Now it starts again, 17, 16, 15 seconds. Homewood maybe with time for one more offensive play. Let's just don't get anybody hurt and go on in the locker room. Here the give to Finley again. Works his way down to about the 45-yard line as the clock runs down. That's the end of the first half of play, and Homewood has a commanding 31-0 lead over the John Carroll Cavaliers. We're going to pause for just a minute and let you hear from some of our sponsors, and then we'll be back for player introductions, let you take a good look at the guys and girls who are part of this team this year. We'll remind you you're watching Homewood Patriot football.
When you think insurance, think Buddy Wade. Auto, home, business, life, or health, no matter what your insurance needs may be, Buddy Wade is your local State Farm agent with the insurance experience you want. From his office at the corner of Palisades Boulevard and Columbiana Road, Buddy has served Homewood and surrounding areas for over 15 years. When you think insurance, think experience. think Buddy Wade. Come by and visit his office or call 942-4444.
I'm Gerald Gann, head football coach, Homewood High School, home of the Patriots. I'd like to introduce to you now our 1991 football team.
Henry Warburn, outside linebacker and quarterback, junior.
I'm Kevin Miller. I'm a wideout, defensive back, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Kevin Harris. I play defensive end and tight end, and I'm a senior.
My name is Michael Aaron-Jeske. I play wide receiver and defensive back, and I'm a junior.
My name is EJ Steele. I play split end and defensive back, and I'm a senior.
My name is Reggie Lias. I play quarterback, free safety, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Brian Greer. I'm a senior, play defensive back and wide receiver.
My name is Scott Hazelton. I'm a wide receiver, defensive back, and I'm a junior.
Corky Alexander. I'm a quarterback, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Wes Steed. I play quarterback, and I'm a senior.
My name is Jason Jones. I play wide receiver and defensive back, and also a senior.
My name is Tamara Sabry, outside linebacker, senior.
My name is Martell Smith. I play tailback and defensive back. I'm a sophomore.
My name is Alexander Adamson. I'm senior, cornerback, and wide receiver.
My name is Eugene Sharp. I'm outside linebacker and tailback, and I'm a junior.
My name is Robert Davis. I play tailback. I'm a senior.
My name is Darian Finland. I'm a fullback. I'm a senior.
My name is Elvis Skipper. I'm a senior, and I play cornerback.
Hi, my name is Curtis Starks. Defensive back, sophomore.
My name is Tom Elias. I play fullback, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Aham Sabry. I'm a sophomore. I play tailback and cornerback.
My name is Eric Moulton. I'm a fullback, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Ryan Wharton. I'm a sophomore. Play tailback, outside linebacker.
My name is Lee Thompson. I'm a senior, and I play linebacker.
My name is Mark Shaw. I'm a senior, offensive guard, defensive end.
My name is Dusty Smith. I'm a senior. I play striker.
My name is Jason Zarzer. I'm a junior, and I play center.
My name is Paul Owen, and I play defensive end and center, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Michael Coggin. I play defensive tackle, and I'm a junior.
My name is Stanley Lee. I'm a senior. I play offensive tackle and defensive tackle.
My name is Clay Keith. I play inside linebacker and guard, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Carter Shanklin. I'm a sophomore, and I play offensive guard and defensive end.
Eric Rebels, offensive tackle, defensive linebacker, a senior.
My name is Brad Gerard. I play offensive guard and defensive end. I'm a sophomore.
My name is Kip Cohn. I play offensive guard and linebacker. I'm a sophomore.
My name is Daniel Presley. I'm offensive defensive tackle. I'm a junior.
My name is Michael Narrow. I'm a junior, and I play offensive and defensive tackle.
My name is Sean Shiplett. I play offensive guard and defensive tackle, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Steve Carpenter. I'm a senior, and I play offensive guard.
I'm Adam Reeves. I play offensive and defensive tackle, and I'm a senior.
My name is Shane Davis. I'm a junior, and I play defensive end.
My name is John Whidden. I'm a sophomore. I played offensive tackle and defensive tackle.
I'm Preston Wallace. I play offensive, defensive tackle, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Jonathan Hamaker. I play offensive guard and defensive tackle, and I'm a senior.
I'm Anthony Webby. I play outside linebacker, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Zach Kemet. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a defensive back and offensive receiver.
My name is Joel Maxwell. I'm a receiver and a sophomore.
My name is Eric Atkins. I play offensive and defensive tackle, and I'm a junior.
My name is Brian Anderson. I'm a junior. I play tight end and defensive end.
My name is Curtis Lewis. I'm a sophomore. Play safety and wide receiver.
Bob Newton, assistant coach, coach offensive line, defensive ends, offensive coordinator.
Coach Bobby Statham, head freshman football coach.
My name is Rip Harmon. I coach the wide receivers and the defensive backs.
I'm Greg Penley, ATC, head athletic trainer at Homewood High School.
My name is David Jones. I coach quarterbacks on the offense, and I work with the linebackers on defense.
Hi, my name is Monica Tejada Harja, and I'm a student trainer, and I'm in 11th grade.
Hi, my name is Faith Griffin. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a student trainer.
Hi, my name is Beth Staples. I'm a freshman, and I'm a student trainer.
Coach Thorson, defensive coach. That's it. John Carroll and Carroll Field. As we get ready to start the second half of play, we'll tell you if you've just joined us, you missed a strong offensive performance in the first half by Homewood as they take a 31-0 lead over the Carroll Cavaliers. And as we get ready for the kickoff, let me give you, Fred, some stats from the first half. They are pretty impressive. We expected this coming in. Homewood has rushed the ball 22 times for 277 yards, passed 2 completions for 25 yards, so total offense 302 for the Patriots to John Carroll's 58. Carroll just has not mounted an offense at all tonight. 17 rushing attempts for 38 yards, and they do have 20 yards in passing for a total of 58. But Homewood 302, John Carroll 58. Of 6 possessions, Homewood scored on 5.
That's about the shape of this.
And the 7th possession was in play as the clock ran out at the end of the first half. Davis, of course, with touchdown runs of 66 yards, 51 yards, 3 yards, and 12 yards. Eric Moulton with a touchdown run of 14 yards and 1 Steed extra point attempt. As we're ready to start it off, Wes will kick it to start the second half, but I doubt that we're going to see Wes or Robert Davis much during the second half. Wes puts a toe into it, and it's a low kick, takes a bounce at the 13 and comes down at the 10-yard line. Up to about the 26-yard line goes Derek Anthony. And Anthony brought down that time by number 66, Kip Cowan, who's in the game. Again, I suspect, Fred, we're going to see a lot of sophomores and juniors and some seniors who haven't had a chance to play much this year in the second half of this game.
That's right. We should. As you said, the offensive explosion in the first half, about indicative of the way this Homewood team has played all season long, outscoring their opponents 4-1 throughout this regular season of 91. You said we should be seeing a lot of substitutes as the second half wears on.
Andy Shue, the quarterback for John Carroll. Here's the give to Daniel Nix. Nix tries the right side of the Homewood line. Maybe a gain of 2. As information tonight, we'll give you some numbers after we tell you Michael Coggin and Lee Thompson combined on that stop, but there are 9 freshmen dressed out tonight. I thought, that's a good point, Mike Whitten. I appreciate you pointing that out. I thought I saw Kevin Stadinka earlier tonight. Kevin, one of the freshmen dressed out. Here's Shue with the give to the second man through. Number 3 is Charles Franklin. Franklin takes it maybe another yard, but that again will bring up something John Carroll's seen a lot of in the first half, and that was 3rd and long.
3rd and long again. John Carroll, the only real success they've had converting third down plays was the pass in the second quarter where the quarterback, Andy Shue, faked the inside handoff and dropped back and hit a quick pass to number 11,
Trey Ferguson.
Trey Ferguson.
Right. Okay, Carroll with 3rd and about 8 now. Franklin goes in motion to the far side. Shue pitches, no, fakes, drops back. Here's the pass to Ferguson, in and out of his hands at about the 26-yard line. They call it an incomplete pass. Michael Coggin defending on the play. Shane Davis in there also. Mentioned, you see Eric Rebels there, number 64. Eric made the tackle on the last play from scrimmage. At any rate, that brings up a punting situation, and it is Pat Sullivan, who is a freshman in punt formation for the Cavaliers. Davis and Greer deep. Punt almost blocked, but he gets it away, and we're going to let it roll. We're going to let it roll. All right. Almost blocked that time by Elvin Skipper. And a crackerjack of a block downfield by Robert Davis, who says, if I'm not going to get to play much in the second half, I'm going out with a bang, Coach. I doubt we're going to see Robert much. We'll set the offense for you here. Andrew Jeske is in. Davis is still in. Davis still in the I backfield behind Eric Moulton. Steed still the quarterback. So he's starting off with the first string. Here's the give to Moulton around the left end. Eric still on his feet, hard running, still driving. The legs just don't stop moving on the young man. He takes it out to about the 40-yard line, maybe just shy of the John Carroll 40 before Derek Anthony finally brings him down. And Zach Tankersley, who wears their number 1, in on that tackle again. He's had his hands full tonight.
Making a lot of tackles from his secondary position. Eric Moulton now running with a lot of confidence, using speed that he really has not displayed to this point this season, although he is running through gaping holes in the Cavalier defensive line, just using good speed from his fullback position.
I believe I see Brian Anderson in the game for Homewood. He wears number 85. Here's Moulton again, still on his feet, still driving, crosses the 20-yard line. My gracious. Tankersley again on the stop. We have it on instant replay if you'd like to see it. Here it comes again.
Watch the gaping hole on the left side that Moulton burst through, and then only a secondary tackle by, again, number 1.
Zach Tankersley, Fred, on the program shows 133 pounds as his weight. He has really played, for a guy of that size, he's played a heck of a ball game. Moulton weighs 190, so it's 133 hanging on to 190 as Mr. Moulton runs on down the field. Here's Davis, second man through, right up the middle. He'll cross maybe to the 15-yard line. Give him about 5 on the carry after the stop by Jason Salmon. Homewood just moving almost at will now as the first string is still in the game here.
Picking up the offensive surge as they were just right where they left off in the second quarter, moving down the field with great ease against the Cavalier defense. Eric Moulton and Wes Steed, Robert Davis, just too much for the Cavaliers tonight.
A new tailback in the game now for Homewood is Tamer Sabry. Sabry wears number 21, fronted by Darian Finley, the first man through. Finley with the ball, hard running down inside the 10-yard line. Darian Finley now playing in the fullback position, and Tamer Sabry playing in the tailback position. So Homewood begins to move some new players into and out of the lineup. Good blocking that time right up the middle by Steve Carpenter and others. Opening up holes for the backs to run through. Jason Jones comes wide to the right. Jones wears 20. He's in the game for the Patriots now. Jones at a wide receiver position. Steed still the quarterback. Here's the give to Sabry, second man through. Tamer across the 5, 3, maybe to the 2-yard line. Behind the blocking of, among others, John Whitten, who's in the game now. So Homewood, again, as they have really all season long, Fred, able to play in the second half with its sophomores and juniors and some seniors who don't get to play much. And if we can be so cavalier, to pardon the pun, as to assume a playoff position, that will pay dividends not only in the playoffs later this season, but next year as well.
Absolutely.
As we lose a lot of seniors.
Surely will. And the guys are playing well to be so young.
Second and goal. Steed on the give to Sabry. Sabry looks for the goal line, finds the goal line. Touchdown Homewood, put another 6 on the board. Replay shows Sabry just looking for the hole. And what we saw was the pole instead of the hole. Wes Steed will try the extra point. You see him tee it up there. All right, the holder for Homewood is number 83, and that's Joel Maxwell. Not sure on the snapper back now. Usually it's Eric Riebel. We'll see. The kick is down and good. All right. It looks like 6:67, but I'm going to guess that's 6:57. What do you say, huh?
6:57.
38-0 your score here from Carroll Field. I'll ask the guys in the truck if we can pause for a second and have a commercial message. Looks like we might be able to do that. 6:57 now, the time remaining in the third quarter. You saw the score there. Homewood up by a comfortable 38-0 margin over John Carroll. We'll stop for a second, let you hear from a sponsor. You're watching Homewood Patriot football.
I'm a banker, but some of my best work is done before I even get to work in the morning. It's easy to see your customers from 9 to 5, but I believe you have to be more flexible than that, even if it means meeting them at 5:30 in the morning.
Here's to Evans Quinlivan, AmSouth banker, who believes quality banking means extended banking hours and going the extra mile for the customer. At AmSouth, you'll see it. Then you'll believe it.
Well, following the kickoff, the receipt by Charles Franklin, he brings it up to about the 30-yard line, and John Carroll now in business offensively from the 30. We apologize missing that kickoff for you, but we got to tell you that Anthony Webby, who's in the game for Homewood now, made the stop on the kickoff and the return. So John Carroll, Fred, with pretty good field position as they move now from their 30-yard line. Also into the game for the Patriots, Mark Scholl on defense. Here's Franklin, looks for left end, gets it out to about the 35-yard line, following the stop by Scholl. Also in on the tackle for Homewood, Preston Wallace, who's in the game now, wearing number 78. I see also Martell Smith in the game. Martell has played at the tailback position some this year. He's a sophomore for the Patriots, but he's also played both ways, and he's on defense for us now at a corner position.
A lot of talented guys have gotten the experience this year to really be able to step in next year and contribute as sophomores and juniors. As you said earlier, Homewood actually dressing out 9 freshmen for tonight's game.
The give was to Jason Mitchell, and the stop by Darian Finley. Finley, another example of a player playing both ways now.
And playing very well. Darian contributes all season long on a special team, now starting to contribute at the fullback position, running very well in the last 2 to 3 games.
Sean Shiplett in the game for the Patriots now. Sean wears the number 70 jersey. Also in the game, we mentioned Anthony Webby, who made the tackle on the kickoff. Paul Owen in the game at a defensive end. In the meantime, here's Charles Franklin. Franklin tries left tackle on the stop by Owen. So you've got largely a sophomore and junior team, I guess, in there now. As I look down the Homewood numerical roster, these are the guys who will carry the torch, so to speak, in the next couple of years to come. I wish they'd carry it right up here to me right now and let me hold it. I tell you, it's brisk.
Up here it is cold, but as Danny Callie said, on the field, not quite as cold. You can see some of the guys, the way they're playing, that the cold weather is not affecting them at all.
John Carroll with some offense now, their 3rd first down as they move now. They started at their own, I believe, at their own 30. Shue will pass over the middle and overthrown. Well overthrown. Trey Ferguson, the intended receiver. I thought we were going to see that play that they did before.
Same play. Unfortunately, Andy Shue that time not able to put some touch on the pass. The receiver was open on a post pattern across the middle. Just too much distance on the pass from Andy Shue.
All right, also into the game, Scott Hazelden and Corky Alexander, among others. Preston Wallace. Good shot of Danny Callie's in the blue jacket over there by the chain gang. Danny's the one who keeps us up to date on down and distance, and all the stats are courtesy of Mr. Callie's. Here's John Carroll with a man in motion to the near side. The fake. Shue throws to the wide receiver, the flanker. That's Trey Ferguson, and Ferguson with running room down across the Patriot 40. Finally stopped by Reggie Lias, but a big gainer for John Carroll. That'll stop the clock with 4:25. They start it again now as the chains go set. 4:20 remaining in the 3rd period of play.
Good execution on that play by the Cavaliers. Number 64, Dale Sullivan, out to make a block for Trey Ferguson, allowing to break that play for big yardage for John Carroll.
All right, here's Shue. He gives to the first man through. That's number 34, Daniel Nix. Carroll content to just grind it out on the ground.
Cavaliers having some success on offense right now against a largely, as you said, sophomore junior defensive squad in there right now. Paul Owens calling the defensive signals. Paul Owens, another Patriot, playing very well in the last few games, spelling Dusty Smith when Dusty was first injured, playing very well. And Paul Owens, just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore, expecting great things out of Paul. I saw his dad just before the game. Said he was, I know he's really proud. Here's Shue on the give up the middle. Good hard running by Jason Mitchell for the Cavaliers. Finally stopped by Martell Smith in the Homewood defensive secondary. That's Liz Denson, I believe, and I know that's her dad, Bill, on the far side, and I think that's Pat Morrow, our band director, on the left side. Liz really hurt a knee. She's one of the Star Spangled Girls, and she really, really hurt a knee during that performance. You were not able to see that during the halftime because we couldn't bring it to you, but we certainly hope that she's all right. She's taking her time to get off the field here. All right, Jason Mitchell running hard for the Cavaliers as they continue to mount an offensive drive that has them way down in Homewood territory now. Another first down for John Carroll. The stop made by Hazelden that time for the Patriots. Looked like a gain of about 13. Takes it down to must be the 25-yard line. Really hard to, oh, I'm sorry. The 13-yard line, I got you. All right, here's Shue on the misdirection. That's hard to see from this angle, folks. There he is, trying to see what the down and distance is here. Looks like they're on the 11-yard line. So Homewood wanting to dig in. Yeah, Fred Morris in the background here, my color guy. Here's the team. All right. We're not paying those other guys anything either, I tell you. They don't get the contract we've got. Wygant and Whitten get the big bucks on this team. I get all the hot coffee I can drink. All right, here's Shue on the give to number 34, Daniel Nix. No, on the keeper. Hazelden made the tackle. He's on the 4-yard line now. The young Homewood defense trying to dig in, Fred, and keep them from scoring, but it looks like they're going to work their way with us.
It is a learning experience when you come in and you're young, and Andy Shue is an experienced quarterback for John Carroll. Andy Shue coming in as, so Andy is a senior coming in, and a lot of this John Carroll team is a senior team offensively, just outclassed by the first line Homewood Patriots.
Hard to see it at the angle here, but there's a timeout on the field as John Carroll wants to talk about it. We're going to break for just a second and let you hear from one of our sponsors. We'll tell you right now that there's 1:11 remaining in the third quarter. Homewood with really a commanding 38-0 lead over John Carroll, and it's been that way for most of the game. We'll pause, though, and remind you that you're watching Homewood Patriot football.
It's Piggly Wiggly Food Stores for quality foods, friendly service, and fair prices. You'll find a wide selection of the freshest seasonal produce brought in daily, and the finest heavy Western USDA choice beef, and of course, plump, fresh-cut chickens never frozen. And Piggly Wiggly serves hot, fresh deli foods of the finest quality served up daily, the next best thing to home cooking. And Piggly Wiggly Food Stores are proud of our friendly people serving your needs in Mountain Brook, Homewood. It's Piggly Wiggly, the finest food stores around.
I'll tell you what, Keith Jackson didn't start this way, Fred. But I think I'm about finished
and he's
this
never
way.
been this cold either.
Keith's never been this cold. 38-0 your score. 1:11 is the time remaining in the third quarter. From Carroll Field, in this what looks like it's going to be a pretty easy Homewood victory, but a historic game. And I guess if you're part of the John Carroll faithful, a sort of a nostalgic kind of game. This is the last game at Carroll Field before John Carroll moves into New Digs over on the Homewood side of town in the Wildwood Center. Well, they call timeout. Want to talk about this important play they've got. Third and about 1. The line of scrimmage to 4 now. So, a real tough one. Let's see if they can punch it in or if the Homewood defense holds. Andy Shue's the quarterback. Long count. Shue on the give to the first man through. That's Daniel Nix, and Nix in for the touchdown. Give credit to the left side of the John Carroll line. Good blocking. And Nix with the score for the Cavaliers.
And it's only fitting that Daniel Nix, watch the replay, inside handoff from Andy Shue, Nix going in for the touchdown. And it's only fitting because that has been the major producer of offense tonight for John Carroll, Daniel Nix.
Nix, a workhorse, Tankersley, a workhorse on offense and defense, but specifically on defense.
Zach Tankersley making most of the tackles from a secondary position. Also number 65 having a fairly good game. That's Jason Mitchell, a linebacker for John Carroll in his final game for the Cavaliers.
The kick by the Cavaliers is up and good. So with 1:06 remaining in the third quarter, Homewood now with a 38-7 lead over John Carroll's Cavaliers. And we'll pause for just a moment for a word from one of our sponsors. You're watching Homewood Patriot Football.
Aren't you glad it's Friday?
Yeah.
All ready for the vacation?
Yeah.
Bags packed?
Yeah.
Reservations made?
Yeah.
Got the traveler's checks?
Traveler's checks? Traveler's checks.
You forgot the traveler's checks?
Yeah.
We bank at Central.
Yeah.
We can just get them tomorrow.
Central has full-service Saturday banking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Central Bank. Unlike other banks, our prime interest is you.
Still 1:06 remaining in the third quarter. We've got a full quarter and just a little more to play as John Carroll gets set to kick it off to the Patriots. Deep for Homewood is Martell Smith in the center. To the near side, we'll try to get the numbers for you. It's hard to read them from this distance. Looks like it's going to come down on the far side. It was Jason Jones, I believe, for Homewood with the ball. Jason brought it down in a good return. Puts them in good field position. We'll see if we can set the Homewood offense for you now.
Homewood offense in right now. Darian Finley in at the fullback position. I believe Tamer Sabry in at the tailback spot. And we have a new quarterback.
And Lias. That's Reggie Lias, number 10. It pitches to Tamer Sabry. Sabry around left end with blocking on the left side. Reggie Lias, the sophomore, at the quarterback position. We've seen Reggie in a great deal of fill-in positions this year. He comes in the second half. And the coach is working with Reggie to try and see if he'll be the guy who will carry the team next year. I mentioned, though, that Henry Walburn, a junior, is also a quarterback.
And we also have Corky Alexander.
Corky Alexander as well.
So there could be a quarterback controversy of sorts. Homewood High School next season.
All right, about 2-1, no seconds left. It's the end of the third quarter. We're going to keep it right here. But, you know, we've talked all year long about our friends over at Covington Flooring. There's some controversy on the field, and I'm not going to stop until I see what's figured out here. The play is over now. The quarter is out. Okay.
Blew the play down. And, you know, we could have used some of that flooring at the center of this field.
We could have used a lot of that flooring at the center of this field there. Covington Flooring has built a winning team just like the Homewood Patriots have, and they've done it with a lot of hard work and determination and really paying attention to the fundamentals of their game. It's true in sports and it's true in business. Covington Flooring Company has built the winning tradition around those very, very same principles. Personal attention, accurate estimates, and quality installation have long been the game plan over at Covington Flooring. So if you're planning a new office or maybe you're just remodeling some existing space, why don't you give Covington a call? Their number in Birmingham is 328-2330. And if you're calling from outside of Birmingham, there is a toll-free number, of course, 1-800-824-1229. Your friends and ours at Covington Flooring, a winning team with a lot of hard work and determination. We're proud that they're one of our sponsors, and we're really pleased to have the entire list of sponsors that we have that enable us to bring you this rebroadcast of the Homewood Patriot regular season and the playoffs as well.
That's right. Of course, we appreciate our sponsors, and we could not do it without them, and we couldn't do it without our crack staff of technicians and cameramen and directors and producers.
Here's Lias on the pitch to Sabry. Tamer wants the right end, but he's not going to get it. Boy, John Carroll just swarming all over him, led by Stan Hooner. I'll tell you, that was tough. That was tough. Tamer just had absolutely nowhere to go.
John Carroll just outclassed by the talent of the first team of the Homewood Patriots. A little more of an even playing field right now with some of these younger guys in for the Patriots. John Carroll able to match up better against some of these young guys.
Well, into the game now, among others, E.J. Steele playing at a receiver position, wears number 8. Adam Reeves, number 72. We'll try to set some others for you in a minute, but here on the delay give to Martell Smith. Smith playing at the tailback position. Good yardage as Smith finds his way up through the right tackle slot. Finally, the stop by Jason Salmon.
Hard running that time by Martell Smith, using good speed to crack the center of that John Carroll line, pick up good yardage, close to, if not, I believe, a first down for Homewood, yes.
Also into the game, Michael Narrow wears 68 for the Patriots. After the gain of 13 now, the ball on the 47-yard line as Homewood moves. A young Homewood offensive front. Again, the quarterback is Lias. That's the give to Martell Smith, right up the middle. Smith with strong, hard running. And he's just a sophomore.
Good interior line blocking that time by Paul Owen, playing on the offensive line. Paul Owen blasting that hole for Martell Smith.
One of the Homewood faithful visiting with us in the booth up here, and I say that loosely. We don't really have a booth up here, is the assistant principal at Homewood High School, Mr. Mike Hathorn. We're pleased to have you with us tonight, sir. Wish you'd brought a blanket. All right. Here's the give from Lias to Tommy Lias, his brother. That's the Lias 1-2 punch there. And that takes it out to about the 41-yard line. Clock shows now 9:53 remaining in the football game. All right, a third down play for John Carroll. 3rd and about 4 now. Not for John Carroll, for Homewood. Hello. Here's Lias on the give to Tommy Lias, but did he get it? Hard to see from this angle.
Could depend on the spot. Hard running by Tommy Lias that time, breaking a tackle, getting close, and getting his first down.
There you see it. The stop was by Jason Mitchell, but it was a little bit late as Lias got the first down to keep the Homewood drive alive.
I believe that, just as you said in the first half, these officials are starting that clock just as soon as possible after the play is dead. That time, starting the clock as the chains are moved.
I think the Homewood coaches picked up on that because Homewood's coming out of the huddle a lot quicker than they have in the past. Here's the give to the second man through. That again is, I believe it's Smith, Martell Smith. They're finding the going awfully tough, Fred. Again, you've got some guys on our offensive line who are a little inexperienced. They haven't had as many years of practice as our stars have. This again is tremendous opportunity for those guys to get out there and slug it out against a good defensive line.
Like one of the officials there working on the helmet of Tommy Lias. They're going up against some seasoned veterans for John Carroll's defense. That time Nathan Fife coming in making a good tackle from his defensive line position, and Reggie Lias. Looks as though it's an official timeout. Reggie looking it over, and they're going to send Tommy out now, so the equipment problem may be a little more involved than he first thought.
Homewood will take it back to the huddle and reset. That was an official timeout to allow the change of players because of an equipment problem, and I believe they sent in Darian Finley in place of Tommy Lias. So Martell Smith is your tailback. Darian Finley, the fullback, in the backfield behind Reggie Lias. Here's the 2nd and 10 call. A give to Smith, but hit hard. Dale Sullivan and Mike Camerata for John Carroll on hard hits right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, and there's that experience for John Carroll against the inexperience of the offensive line for Homewood. That time, Sullivan and Camerata slanting to the play and catching Martell Smith.
Right at the line of scrimmage, literally. That brings up a 3rd and about 12 for the Patriots as the clock moves with 7:27 remaining now in the game. Lias wants to throw. He looks. Got a man open. It's E.J. Steele at about the 36-yard line. Jason Bradley defending and makes the tackle. Call it the 35-yard line, but I can't tell, but I think it's way short of the first down. I think it's probably 5 yards short. So that'll bring up a 4th down for the Patriots, and it's much more than 5. As we look at the chains across the field, it's probably 4th and about 6 or 7. But it appears that the Patriots will go for it as well, Fred. Nothing to lose. You don't lose anything if you don't go for it. So Lias now with the play. This is 4th and about 6. He wants to pass. Has a receiver open. Woo! Who was it that got it? But he was hit hard right as he took it in. It was Darian Finley.
Darian Finley out of the backfield on that play. Unfortunately, the pattern did not take him far enough downfield to catch his first down, but to credit Reggie Lias, under heavy pressure that time from number 71, Tederack.
Yeah, Tederack. Again, John Carroll with all of its starters definitely still in this game. They want to get something else going with only 7 points on the board.
And whereas Homewood still has a playoff game or several to look forward to, this is the season for John Carroll.
Brad Gerard in the game now for the Patriots with 6:16 remaining in the game. John Carroll takes over on downs after the completed pass on 4th and 6. Right up the middle, they're going to gut it out. The stop by Whitten. We'll try and get the line of scrimmage for you in just a minute. It's hard to see it at this angle. But the play loses a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd and about 11. The line of scrimmage now the 30-yard line. Thank you, sir. That's one of the things that we can do even without being able to see it is we've got Danny Callies and Mike Whitten tied up on a headset link, and they can tell us exactly what the yard line is, even if we can't see it. Pressure in the backfield. Still on his feet is Derek Anthony for John Carroll, pursued by Scott Hazelden and finally brought down.
John Carroll having some success running with the fullback most of the night, now trying to go around in with the pitch and get outside of what is actually probably an inexperienced Homewood defense, trying to hit the corner with the running back.
Beat the containment to the corner and having some success, but that time this brings up a 3rd down now for John Carroll. 3rd, and it looks like about 6. 3rd and a long 5, call it to go. Carroll with the man in motion. That's Franklin. But the pass to the other side into Ferguson's hands. Trey Ferguson takes it in. Still on his feet. First down yardage and more as Ferguson gets up close to midfield. Not sure who made the tackle for Homewood that time. It looked like it was 46, and we don't have that on the roster. So we'll see if we can get it from Danny Callie. That's going to be one of our freshmen who's in the game, and we'll see if we can find out from Danny who that was that made that tackle. I know that's an exciting experience for a young freshman who's asked to dress out tonight, and now he's in the game and he's making tackles.
Making tackles on the field.
Okay, the give to the first man through. That's that's Nix. Nix on a play right up the middle. Stopped finally by Reggie Lias, who's apparently playing both ways here. Yeah, Reggie plays at the safety position, I guess at the free safety position for the Patriots, and also at quarterback.
Again, the clock continues to run, which is just the way Coach Gann would like to see it. Down to 4 minutes and 24 seconds. The clock is stopped while John Carroll looks at an injured player, number 73, coming off the field on his own, under his own power, Alvin Binion.
Alvin Binion, it looks like an injury to an arm or a hand or perhaps a wrist. It comes off slowly, and we certainly hope he's all right.
One of the more painful things about playing in temperatures like this, unless you get a good hard hit, if you hit a hand on a helmet or something on a pad or something, it hurts. Seems like it hurts 10 times as bad as it normally does.
And it's going to hurt in the morning, too. Here's the man in motion for John Carroll to the near side. Shue wants to pass. He looks over the middle. We've seen this play before. Trey Ferguson takes it in at the 21-yard line, still on his feet, fighting, hard running by Trey Ferguson. That's the same play we saw in the first half that got them out of a deep hole, and it has successfully done that again.
Well, they've been running the ball most of the night. Daniel Nix, as you see the replay here, Shue goes back and just simply lofts the ball, and it's Trey Ferguson's pattern that's getting him open. The secondary people are frozen by the fake of the run, and Ferguson able to maneuver into position, and that was just a great pass, taking it away from 2 Homewood defenders.
The stop finally by Martell Smith, but not until a 29-yard gain on the Shue to Ferguson pass. Hello in the backfield. Kip Cowan meets the ball carrier in the backfield. He gets away from one, but not away from Paul Owen and Anthony Webby, who team up to bring him down at about the 15-yard line.
Good play that time by Kip Cowan. The only thing that could make it better, if he wraps up on the ball carrier. That time he met Nix in the hole, actually drove him backwards, but did not wrap up. Paul Owen having to come over and finish off the tackle.
All right, after the loss of about a half a yard, call it 2nd and a long 10 now. John Carroll's quarterback is now Brooks Barron. Barron again around the left end to give to Daniel Nix.
Andy Shue coming back in at quarterback.
And we note, Fred, that Dennis Rowe is in the game for Homewood. Rowe wears, I believe, number 3. Wears number 3 for the Patriots. I guess Barron was in the game only for one play. Now that Shue is back in the game, he sends Charles Franklin in motion to the right. Shue wants to pass, pressured, hit as he throws, tipped up and batted away by, I believe it was Scott Hazelden, number 12 for the Patriots. A bunch of folks went up for it, and no one came down with it.
And I haven't seen the offensive lineman move that fast in a long time. As soon as the ball hit the ground, or just before, number 77 for the Cavaliers, and also number 53. Let's see if we can get a name on those. 53 for the Cavaliers, that's Nathan Fife, and 77, that's Thomas Taylor. We're already downfield on the goal line.
Give credit that time to Brad Gerard and John Whidden, who really blew through the line to pressure the quarterback, Andy Shue, and make him throw that ball before he was ready. So a 4th down play for John Carroll now as they give it off left tackle. Not enough for the first down by Mr. Daniel Nix, so it will go over on downs to Homewood, or it should if I read the down and distance correctly. Yes, and they're changing teams now after the gain of only 3. but Homewood now with the ball deep in its own territory and really backed up. I think the Homewood offensive strategy at this point would be to keep the ball on the ground and keep the clock moving, and let's go get in that dressing room as soon as possible.
With 2 minutes and 15 seconds, you can look for some plays up the middle, possibly off tackle, but I'm sure Coach Gann and Coach Newton, the offensive coordinator, told their guys, don't run out of bounds.
All right, here's the Patriots now. E.J. Steele split wide to the right. Corky Alexander, your quarterback. Time is called by the Patriots. Timeout for Homewood. They may have some things they want to get straightened out.
So they're missing 3 players from the offensive unit, or at least 2. They were on the field with 9 men that time. And coming out 1 man short, Corky Alexander able to spot it, calling a timeout, which is one of the problems sometimes when you start shuttling people in and out regularly. There is some confusion at times, and someone's standing on the sidelines when they should be in the game.
Now we're back to our live action. We're almost ready to go. The wide receiver to the near side is Jason Jones. Split to the far side, E.J. Steele. Again, your quarterback is Corky Alexander, wearing the number 14 for the Patriots. Here's the call by Alexander. The give is to the second man through. The gain of 2 to about the 11-yard line. The Homewood band still with us tonight.
Still playing.
Sure hope Liz Denson is all right. She really looked like she was favoring that left knee as they took her out at the halftime. All right, the ball now resting on the 11-yard line for the Patriots. Call it second and about 8. Give to the second man through. Who is it? Sabry? Tamer Sabry playing in the tailback position now. No gain as John Carroll toughens up a little bit as the clock runs with 1:03 remaining. Number 72 in the game for Homewood that you see there is Adam Reeves. Number 70 is Sean Shiplett. We've also got a number 87, but not on the roster. That's Kevin Stadinka, I'm told, who is a freshman, and Stadinka now split wide to the left. Here's the pitch back to Sabry. Sabry around the right side for maybe 3 or 4 yards. But that's going to bring up a third and, no, I'm sorry, going to bring up 4. Maybe time for one more play.
John Carroll calling a timeout. Coach
Time
Stewart.
is out. 22 seconds is what remains in this football game. Homewood in an obvious punting situation, 4th and 5. And it's a good point, Larry. We haven't punted all night. We haven't had to punt all night, so Carroll stops the clock, and they want to make sure they know what they're doing with 22 seconds remaining.
Not really sure why he's calling the timeout unless he actually wants to put his seniors on the field, which is can't really understand why calling a timeout with this 22 seconds to go, trailing 38-7.
Homewood with massive rushing yardage tonight, 361 yards rushing, 32 passing for a total offense of 393 on the night, almost 400 yards. And really this a historic final play of the game. More than likely this will be the last play of the game, and this is probably the last snap that you'll see on this field for John Carroll, and Homewood taking part in that. We'll go for it. Joel Maxwell in the game now for the Patriots. Where's number 83? Here's Corky Alexander on the give to the first man through. Hard running, and I believe he got his first down yardage, but it's probably going to be a moot point. They do stop the clock in order to set the chains. Clock stops with 16 seconds remaining. And it is a first down by Tommy Lias.
They're going to measure just to make sure. It was a very close spot. The referee ran over and took a look at it and decided it was just too close to call. And you'll be able to see when we do.
On the night, Fred Davis with 194 yards, Moulton with 60. Davis with 4 touchdowns, Moulton with 1. Strong running performance by the Homewood backs tonight as you watch the first down yardage and the first down call by the ref there. This probably then the last play from scrimmage as the clock runs now with 13, 12, 11, winding down a perfect regular season for the Homewood Patriots.
And what a way to go into the playoffs. An outstanding offensive performance. Again, the defense playing strong, holding their opponents this season to 90 points over a 10-game season.
How about a 10-0 regular season for those Homewood Patriots? What a magnificent performance it's been during the regular season. We'll stop now for a break from one of our sponsors. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit, Fred, about the playoff situation as we know it right now. Final score in this one, 38-7, Homewood over John Carroll. You're watching Homewood Patriot football.
You know when it's right. You know when you feel it, baby.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's really been a pleasure, Fred, working with you, and I look forward, now that we leave the regular season behind, to working with you and all the rest of the guys on the crew as we head into the playoffs.
It's got to be exciting. We were there last year. We know what to expect, and the teams this year are different with the exception of Homewood. We'll see a couple of teams we saw last year. Pell City won their region. Irwin came in second. We anticipate possibly meeting Irwin in the first round. We don't know for sure at this point, but there are a lot of good teams in the 5A classification in the state of Alabama this year.
We'll try to get it straightened out for you, but in the meantime, what's important is that as you watch this game, the first playoff game is more than likely at Waldrop Stadium this coming Friday night. And if it's like the regular season, the kickoff would be at 7:30, and we'd encourage you to join us out there at that time. We'll know a lot more at that time about the playoff situation as you look at head coach Gerald Gann, the coach of an undefeated team in this regular season.
And he's done a magnificent job in this season. Last year, finishing a 9-1 regular season. How do you improve upon that? And it's difficult sometimes to continue to win that way. Coach Gann has pushed the right buttons. His assistants have done an outstanding job. Coach Newton's offense averaging almost 40 points a game this year, and Coach Thorson's defense giving up just 90 points this year. So just an outstanding overall effort by the coaching staff and the team, the Homewood Patriots 10-0.
We'll have more complete stats for you, but coming into this game, this was a Homewood team that had scored 354 points to its opponent's 83. Well, 354 plus 38, you can tell what that is, and the opponents have scored 90. So Homewood with roughly 400 points scored this season to only 90 for their opponents. Really a magnificent season. Well, let's not drag it out. Let's get on to next Friday night in the playoffs, probably against Irwin. A good score from Carroll Field, 38-7, as Homewood takes a big win over the Cavaliers to go undefeated in the 1991 regular season. We'll mention that our broadcast producer is Dudley Hindman. Cameramen tonight who have suffered in the cold with us have been Jack Munger and Dave Rothoff, and we appreciate Wes Gray being here as well. Danny Callies gives us stats from the sideline. Mike Whitten and Larry Wygand, our spotters. Tommy King is our audio man.
Pulling the right cord, pushing the right
And for Fred Morris, I'm Barry Copeland. We've enjoyed being with you, folks. You've been watching Homewood Patriot Football.